Well, hello there, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Had a little technical issue there at first, but hey, we are off and running now, and these guys are underway. Gonna have some fun here today, with the Night Series Race League when they are under some qualifying. Let's take a look. And that is right. This is the Night Series Race League. They are live at Atlanta today. Like I said, Carl Schaff, CC Simsport on the top of the leaderboard right now with a 31,898. Keep our eyes out as he was the first to go out. And again, I hope you're having a fantastic day here as these guys are ready to show us some fun. No doubt about it. The Night Series Race League has put on, this is the third week, 2 fantastic shows for us so far. We got some moving and shaking here. Tanner Thues. Thanos there in first. Todd Liston now in second with a 31,491. Mike Jamison. George Oliver, CC Simsport, David Sabin, Justin Guthrie, Joshua Bonkowski, Rick Helms, David Sartwell, Chuck Naub. That is how they line up right now. Trying to find a car on the track for you here. There we go. Do you have a favorite NSRL driver? It's been so much fun calling these races for these guys here at the Night Series Race League. And in just a second, we'll take a look at the points. And see how they're stacking up right now here. So here we look at the points. And Josh Duffy Wong there in first. Carl Schaaf. CC Simsport, he's there in second. Mike Jamison is in third. Justin Rod Rooster in fourth. Rick Helms there in fifth. Justin Guthrie, sixth. Tanner Thues there in seventh. Eighth, Josh Bonkowski. Miguel Zapita in ninth. 10th, Kyle Mayer. Right under the line right now. Matt Clark, Wendell Lowe, Kyle Westwood, and Cameron McDowell And that is the points so far right now. And these guys are going to grid up. We got 163 exciting laps here for you today. So don't go anywhere, as this will be exactly what you want to see here on a Wednesday afternoon. These guys are gridding up. Just want to remind you tonight, the boys over at Black and White Sports go off. They will go live from Royal Blue Sports Bar here in Indianapolis at 7:30 Eastern. So check them out if you want to talk anything sports. And then as always, Sundays at 11 a.m. So here over at Checkers and Wreckers, we go live. We talk all things motorsports. Just waiting for a couple of these guys to grid on up, and they will be underway and ready to go here for some NSRL action. Looks as though the scoring may take a lap to actually catch up with us here. We'll keep an eye out. Looks like Tanner Thanos there gets the pole. Roy Crocker next to him. Then you got Josh Wong behind. Trying to do this as good as I can with the screen being a little out of whack right now. We'll get it fixed. Once they come back around to the line, it should situate itself out there. The 0-1 of Rooster Rodden there in fourth. 13 machine of David Sartwell sitting back in fifth. And the 8 of Todd Liston next to him. And these guys are firing off. Tanner Thues on it. And there it goes. There it got it situated. Tanner Thues, Roy Crocker, Josh Duffy Wong there. Your top three as they go into the first turn of the day here at Atlanta. Uh-oh, we got guys going sideways already. The yellow is out first lap incident here. And that's the first time we've seen one of those with these boys over at the Night Series Race League. Hey, it happens. Get some guys getting excited in that first turn, fighting for position. And that is what happens. These guys will catch up to the pace car. There he is. So as I said, I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday morning here. Not too bad over on my end of things. I get to install a nice old water heater today, so I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather be doing right now than calling a race before I get to jump into that and have some fun. So since the The grid was a little messed up there at the beginning. Let's take a look right now at how they're running. Tanner Thuse, Roy Crocker, Josh Wong, David Sartwell, Dave Hunt, Rooster Rodden, Todd Liston, Carl Schaaf, Mike Jameson, Rick Helms, Joshua Bonkowski, Wendell Lowe, Miguel Zapita, King Dingus, Chuck Nab, Garrett Wilburn, David Sabin, and George Oliver, Kyle Meyer, and Justin Guthrie. That is how they line up there. Mr. Westwood not in the field, unfortunately. So these guys will pace around. It's almost like the Daytona 500 where they got going. And then all of a sudden had to stop because of the rain. Kyle, I'm sure that thing, real life, got in the way, unfortunately. Don't you hate when that happens? But how are you doing out there, Mr. Westwood? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And at least you get to watch it. You don't have to wait for the replay later tonight to happen. You get to watch it all unfold here on CWTV. Thank you for joining in, everybody out there. Well, that's not a problem. He's living up in Daytona, having a good time there, hopefully. Be safe heading home. Hopefully you're enjoying the nice beaches down there and having a good time there. Hopefully you've had a good time throughout there. Where'd you sit for the race? With the lights off, these guys will jump back into action here and give it another go. Oh no, not for long. Somebody's spinning the tires there. Getting it a little sideways right at the start, but hey, it happens. They'll get it there. Bruce, the NSRL, is always a great one to watch here. It's getting a little rocky start here, but they'll get it under. They'll get it going. Here's these the tire package here has proven to be a tricky one, that's for sure. I was listening to some of these guys comment on the practice and such like that, and definitely a tire model fun, you can say, as they try to really master these cars around Atlanta here. Kyle, do you have a pick for today's winner by chance? I know I'm kind of putting the owner of the league out on blast there, asking for a winner's pick. First caution, we had a couple guys going into the turns, got into each other. Spun them around. It was like turn 3 when they went around there. They got into each other. And then you just saw that one. Just a little unfortunate tire spin there at the start will get you every time. He's going for Tanner or Dave. And Josh there, He has been strong as well both races so far. He's sitting in third. A lot of fast guys here in these cars with this series. And if you want to be part of it, check out the National Series. That's what Mr. Bruce is talking about, is they know what they're doing over there as well. And they race Tuesdays, and that is kind of the not kind of, it is. That's what they use as the feeder league into the Cup Series here. So they got the K&N cars running Tuesdays, and then they come out here with the Cup cars on Wednesdays live on CWTV. Throw it down and have some fun. Can't ask for anything else better than that right there. So if you're around Tuesdays, Wednesdays afternoon, and you want something to do, you want to hop on iRacing and take part of this, well, hop on over there. Search for the NSRL. And go have some fun with them. But right now, you're having fun with me, and I got you for 163 laps. And we've got 7 of those underway so far. Where are you watching from? Where are you tuning in from here on CWTV today? Let me know. I know Kyle's in Daytona. As the pace car crosses the line, we'll see it. The lights go off, signaling the 1 to go here. Tanner Folt, hello, sir. How are you? Kyle giving a little jab, I think, there. See what happens, Kyle, when you take a vacation. No, nothing wrong here. These guys will get it going. That tire spin caught him off guard there. We got at least 2 to go as they come to the line. I'm going to assume it will be the signal given for the 1 to go. As they enter turn 3. Bruce in from Wisconsin. Got a Tennessee boy in here. I know that. I love just seeing how far out it goes. You know, Bruce, I'm a Wisconsin fan. I've been to, oh, goodness. East Troy. I'm a big concert guy. I went to Alpine out there. Beautiful area. It really is. Kind of underrated, and I never would have thought Wisconsin was that nice looking. And the lights are off on that pace car. So as they come down the back stretch, they will go into turns 3 and 4, and they are ready to go. They're ready to fire off and have some fun. Now that they got the jitters out, they're behind them. I can only imagine, Davin. I can only imagine. So Thanos here is going to enter turn 4 with the sights of the green flag ahead of him. As they are waving the green flag, not the grain flag. They will get going here again. Tanner Thues and Roy Crocker gonna battle it out up front here right away as they're going too wide. That's what you gotta love with the NSRL is they know how to do it. They can go too wide. And look at that, they make it through there clean. And what a beautiful sight to see all those cars going down the back stretch there into turn 4. And Thanos gonna get this first green flag lap counted towards his lead. That's right, he takes the first green flag lap. Go a little farther back, see what action we got going on. Just trying to catch this number here. The number 8 of Todd Liston battling the 53 of Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt on the outside there. Todd on the inside. We'll see if he can get around him or if Dave Hunt's car just has a little too much right now. As the number 8 of Todd Liston's going to file back behind the 53. Right behind them, Rick Helms and Mike Jamison battling it out, going side by side. Having a little fun back there. Got a few guys going side by side back behind these guys. We'll keep it on the 75 and the 37 here of Rick Helms and Mike Jamison. Here we go now. They're starting to get that feeling. Now I got a feeling that this race gonna be a good one. That this race is gonna be a good one. I'm a weird dude, I told you that. And they are filing it out here and gonna get a nice little run put together as Tanner making a gap now of just about a half second as he crosses the line. Taking us to lap 14, 163. And remember, there is a competition yellow come the midway point of this race. So when that flies, and you didn't know why, you didn't see anybody cause it, that's what happened. These guys are filing out. Here's Rooster Rodden. Go behind the fence here for a minute. Watch these guys just go around the track so cleanly, so it's like a professional. You know when you see like synchronized ice skating, synchronized swimming like that. It's when these guys are racing, it is just like a well-oiled machine out here. Right? You can't ask for anything better here. The 53 going down on the 01 there. Can't ask for anything better when it's snowing in March to have some good old racing on the TV here in front of you. And the 8 dropping down low on the 01 of Rooster Rod now. Todd Liston trying to make his run on that iRacing iFlag 01 of Rooster Rodden. Just got to get the Fox up here. We got the Fox and the Rooster again. It's a Rooster right now well ahead of the Fox, Josh Bonkowski. He's got 4 spots on him. We'll see if they can get up under him. And Tanner Folds wants to see a slider, guys. He's a dirt guy. He wants to see you throw a slider. I don't know if any of these guys are going to go tossing a slider until maybe lap 163 of 163. And then you got some worn out tires. You got a guy going for the win in turn 4. You may see a slider thrown. That's a possibility. As Thanos here, Tanner Thues keeping that lead just at about that 0.4. So they're not pulling away. He is not pulling away, and they're not catching, not fishing him in. Pop back a little farther here as we got a battle with the 8 and the 37. Todd Liston up on the top side, the 37 of Mike Jamison on the low end, trying to make it around him, trying to do what he can as that 8. Todd Liston is the all out there by himself. He's got no help. He's alone. Now he does. Now these guys will drop down low on the turns and give the 37 of Mike Jamison some help. So it's kind of like a little yo-yo effect because now they go high. And that 8 of Todd Liston will take advantage of it. You don't want to battle each other too far, as you don't want to get too far back here. And the 37 making his way around the 8, getting clear. Going to file in there. Go up to the 01 of Rooster Rod and looking to get that spot back from Dave Hunt. He wants to make a move. You can see him looking all over there. Right on the bumper now as the 53 enters a little high into the turn. The 01 of Rooster Rodden giving a wake-up call saying, I'm here, baby, I'm here. Go back in here as Rooster Rodden and Dave Hunt still battling it out here. Just trying to see if we got any other action right now. And the 37 of Mike Jamison dropping it like it's hot, dropping it like it's hot. You can say that when you're in Atlanta. The ATL, the 37 there, Mike Jamison getting around 01 of Rooster Rodden, giving him a wake-up call, saying, hey, man, you got to get it on. Uh-oh. We got some problems up in the front. Let's see. Doesn't bring out the yellow. And that was... There's the yellow. So now it gives us time to take a look at the checkers and wreckers instant replay and get an idea of where this went down here. Not exactly certain where that happened. We saw the smoke, but didn't catch the fire. So we'll go back, see if we can see what happened there. So obviously that one was the leader, unfortunately. Getting you caught up here so we can show you exactly what went down and what happened there. Unfortunate turn of events. As it looks like the leader caught up to some lap traffic and then whoopsie. So we'll take a look here. We'll get you back here with me. Here you are. Here I am. Hello. Hello. So let's take a look here. And we're right along with Thanos here. And we will watch him as he catches the 22 there, a window low. Getting into it. Rewind that one more time and we'll go into the cockpit here of Tanner and see what he saw. Catching him quick, goes to the inside. Window low, just losing it. Not sure exactly what happened there. But I do know one thing. My buddy King Dingus is on top of the board right now. King Dingus, I hope you're having a good time up there and having some fun. Look at that. King Dingus started 18th. He is now on top of the board. And these are still flashing. Maybe we drop in. Do we have time to speak to King Dingus himself? This is a gutsy move here by me. But King Dingus, do you have a copy? This is Tommy Boy in the booth. Well, we'll get out of there for a second, as those guys are discussing what went down there. So we'll keep it clear for a minute, maybe hop back in there in just a bit. You don't want to catch something. You don't want to catch something you don't need to hear live on CWTV. These guys don't know I'm hopping in. It's a at any point, a lot of people in the dirt side, they call me the Kool-Aid man. It's like, oh yeah, I just bust through the door and say, hey, what's up? So King Dingus on top of the board right now in that 14 machine. Rooster riding behind him in the 01. Roy Crocker in that 6 in third. In fourth in the 9 machine, Josh Wong. And in fifth in that 53, we got Dave Hunt. That's the top 5 as they're running right now. Very unfortunate there for Tanner. Tanner folds. Someone tried to throw a slider there. It didn't work. You got what you wanted. Somebody tried. They saw you say it. Are you having a fantastic morning? Are you having a fantastic, I guess I should say afternoon now, at least in Indianapolis it is. Are you having a good day? Let's just say that. Let me know. Are you having a good one? I want to know. Talk to me out there. Let's have some fun here in the chat as these guys are having some fun on the track. We'll just all have some fun. We'll just join in. See if the lights are still on. They are not. So the next time the pace car is out, I'll show you those point standings again and give you an idea of what's going on here. Who is who and what is what with the NSRL. And Tanner folds don't count Tanner Thues out yet. He is a guy that can go through this field and still make it back up here as they are back underway. The green flag, King Dingus falling back here. Rooster riding to the front there, battling it out with the number 6 on the low end of Roy Crocker. That 9 car of Josh Wong pushing Roy out to the front. And now he is looking to dip it down low. And we are back under yellow here. And we'll take another break and see what caused that one here with the checkers and wreckers. Instant replay. That's right. That's brought to you by the boys over at Checkers and Wreckers, live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Check us out. We'd be so happy that you did. Trying to get an idea where this one happened, what occurred, what went down, and here we go. Found it. Give me just a second. We'll get pulled up to it here. We'll bring you back in the action, show you exactly what it is I'm seeing here. Is right now we are on board showing you the 7 car of Garrett Wilburn. He gets loose on the exit, kind of an accordion style deal there, just causing everybody to check out. He didn't lose it, but it looked like he just got a little loose on that corner and people had to check up behind and maybe caused a little bit of mayhem back there. That's a pretty sweet little ride up there. I like that. The Batman. Right now, Roy Crocker is the Batman battling all these jokers out there. No, I'm joking. These guys are fantastic. They are running around doing what they can. And right now, we're going to check in, see Speedy Gonzalez. Oh, unfortunately, he was involved in an accident, so he is back there. Speedy was very speedy last week. Don't forget to check out the boys over at Black and White Sports tonight. They go live from Royal Blue Sports Bar here in Indianapolis. If you are local and you want to hop over there, talk some sports with them, maybe another S word that you like to talk, hop on over there, have some fun with those guys. Lap 31 of 163 here today. And Kyle, if you're still out there watching, now I am going to ask you, what is the weather report here today? How are we looking? Do we got clouds in the area? Are we looking at rain at all? Or are we looking pretty clear for the remainder of the time? We'll keep our eyes on the sky for sure. And like I said, I'd give you an idea of the points this time around. So let's take a look. Again, there's your points as they stand right now. I shouldn't say right now, at the end of last week. So we got two guys in the playoffs already. That's Josh Wong and Carl Schaaf. That's right. CC Simsport in the big show already. That is the point standings here at the NSRL as they stand at the end of last week. Roy Crocker, he's showing he can do this thing today as he is feeling comfortable and confident so far at lap 32. He has been up front with Rooster Rodden this entire time. Josh Wong right there behind him. And they are back underway. Green flag racing as Roy Crocker takes them to the front. Across the line. That 0-1 of Rooster Rodden trying to pop out to the outside. Now he's filing back in behind Roy Crocker there. Getting a little loose on the outside. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see if everybody able to get around here. As I do believe somehow everybody makes it through there except poor old Rooster. Cock-a-doodle don't today. The first 2 weeks, absolutely marvelous. This week, the tempers are coming out in Atlanta, and we are going to have some rivalries after this one. Should be an interesting week to watch here, because we got plenty of racing left to get underway, but definitely going to go into next week as some of these guys probably not too happy But hey, it's racing. That's the fun in it. And this is the NSRL. Let's have some fun with them. Join in. Hop on over to www.iracing.com. Get over to the league page and search the NSRL if you've got time on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Tuesdays is their feeder series into this, so you got to work that. Chris, they'll get it. They'll get it. And I can say for each and every one of us, if you are a NASCAR fan, this week at least, you are a Ryan Newman fan. Some good news coming out of that area in the past couple of days, non-life-threatening injuries. And just a big shout-out to the safety crew and the doctors taking care of Ryan and making sure that he is situated and just well cared for there in Daytona, as we all witnessed a terrible, terrible accident there. And you know, when Ryan gets out, he is going to have some stuff to talk to NASCAR about, because Ryan is a huge advocate of changing the way that these restrictor plate races run. They have created a roll bar. I just realized this after they wrecked, but they created a roll bar in Ryan's name just a year or two ago because of some of these accidents like this he's been in restrictor plate races. As he gets up in the air and he either ends up on a car or a car ends up on him. And they actually put in some new safety because of accidents he's had in the past. And then unfortunately to see that happen at the Daytona race. But like I said, all good news is that he is good to go. Bryson Banks, how are you, sir? Just another beautiful day here, watching some NSRL live here from Atlanta. How are you doing? Yep, like I said, though, everybody this week, whether you're a dirt guy, whether you're an asphalt guy, whether you're a race fan at all, if you saw the news, you are a Ryan Newman fan now. At least for a little bit. We had a Phil, this is live at Atlanta on iRacing here. So somebody sponsored a race yesterday here on CWTV. And they didn't want any, they just wanted to get the word out that cancer sucks. And just a shout out, you know, just letting everybody know if you're going through that, or if you know somebody going through it, you're not alone. And I just want that message really portrayed, because I thought that was a strong message. You're not alone. Somebody's out there with you, not trying to turn this into a somber thing. But, hey, there's a lot of people going through that. And just remind them, if you know somebody, or if you are, you're not alone. You got people out here. Everybody here at CWTV is a huge supporter of you getting better. And, you know, whatever you got to do, you do you. A positive attitude goes a long way there. So we'll get excitement back underway. The green flag dropping back here. Roy Crocker up to the front. Josh Wong now in second place. Mike Jamison in that 37 machine on the top side. Below him, Todd Liston in the 8. See if that 8 gets left out to dry there. There's the 37. I thought was going to make his run, but now he is the one getting sucked out of that. trying to make a move now on the top side as more cars coming to the rescue, coming to help out here is Rick Helms now. These guys are wanting to get in there, make a run. We got some action in the back here. It was George Oliver. I don't know if he was slowing up or what was happening there, but they got around. We're good. Roy Crocker pulling out with a nice little gap there on that lap. Bryson, you said it exactly there. And, I even heard that he went after, but he went to talk to some engineers in NASCAR after Talladega last year and never got a response. So, he is probably not the happiest person as he's sitting in a hospital right now with NASCAR. But at least he is alive and he can talk to NASCAR here when he gets better. So that's the big thing. That's the good thing there. But obviously some changes need to happen there. But this is how NASCAR should be right here. The NSRL throwing it down, having some fun at Atlanta. Roy Crocker out to a good lead now as Josh Wong. Usually he is the one riding up front in that clean air. So you wonder right now, is he just sitting back like a lion? Just waiting to just hunt his prey there. Or does his car might not have what it needs today to catch Roy Crocker at this point? There is still plenty of race action to go, though, so don't go away. And I urge you to keep an eye out as to the people watching right now. If give me your input if you don't mind. Checkers and Wreckers. We talk all things motorsports, but with the iRacing and streaming, stuff like that, should we make a new page and kind of concentrate everything over there as far as the iRacing? Or are we good just to keep it right here on Checkers and Wreckers? Rick Helm back there trying to make a move. We'll keep an eye out on Rick Helms as he is going around CC Simsport. Look at that move by Rick Helm there in that red and yellow machine. Gets around him, it looks like, with ease. So that 75 machine is dialed in now. And then it looks like David might make a run there as well, as he is hooked on the back. He is looking to go. Todd jumps around Mike Jamison there, and we'll keep an eye out up front as Todd Liston now. Chris, I hadn't seen that he is actually walking now, so he has got up and walked yet, because the last report I said, or saw, it said the doctors had not tried to get him up yet to walk. We'll pop back a little farther in the field as these guys are lined up in the top four. We'll see. This is our King Dingus check-in. Hoping the King is doing all right. Next week, we might have to up him to Colonel. Thank you very much, sir. Always appreciate the updates. Awesome. Thank you very much, Chris. Like I said, I mean, you never like to see that, but really goes away. And I mean, these are the Cup cars in front of us. This is the cars that they're running. And these cars, I mean, safety-wise, That speaks in numbers to see that car go through that accident and the guy get up and obviously, I mean, I'm not going to say okay, but he's alive. So the 77 trying to make a move goes a little high, though. Hits the wall on exit, giving a little love tap, and going to lose a few more spots there. George Oliver getting around him. Throwing it out there, having fun from Atlanta. I'm having fun from Indy. Where are you having fun from? I'm a weird dude. I said it once, I'll say it again. Roy Crocker throwing it down in style right now, as he has pretty much been your leader. He may have been past maybe a time here and there, but he has led, if not all, maybe all but 2 or 3 laps today. We're lap 51 of 163. Go up to the blimp here, the BWSports1.com blimp. See if we can catch any action from up at this angle. As Thanos in 15th right now, trying to dig his way through the field and make up. He's 3 laps down, unfortunately, so not sure if he's going to have what it takes. There's Speedy Gonzalez, as he is rounding out your top 10. Popping back up to the front, Roy Crocker and Josh Wong. Still your top 2. Following Rick Helms right now. Check back with King Dingus. And there's Speedy Gonzalez. Todd List and Mike Jamison. These guys been battling it out all day. They're getting to know each other very well here. There's Mike Jamison in that 37 machine, digging it low, throwing it low, I should say. Getting that position. That number 8 trying to lurk that 37 back in. Let's come back to CC Simsport. See what he's got going down, as he is trying to catch up. He's got a 2.5 seconds. King Dingus gonna make a move on CC Simsport, as King Dingus making a run to the inside like the King. That 14 machine gets him cleared, pulls up to the top side, as they will, I'd assume, try to work together now to catch the rest of the field up there. Check in, and thought he was catching up to some traffic, but no, he is not. Roy Crocker still got a clear track ahead of him. checking in with Chuck there as he's dropping low. Thought he was losing control, but nope, he had it. We'll go back up to the BWSports1.com blimp. See if we can catch any action down up here. These guys are lined up. You got some of these guys ready for that competition yellow, then others are sitting there like, man, do we got to throw that today? Do we have to throw that today? Garrett Wilburn back in 7th. Pop it back in there. Look at the gap behind him. And then we look at the gap that he's got to bring it in. You see the front of the car not looking too bad. But the back of the car looks like somebody was doing a little bump draft in there. It looks as though he's got a 2-second gap to reel in there. You see the gap there as Roy Crocker gonna take a pit. Let Josh Duffy Wong to the front there. If you, just like Chris asked, if you got a guy out here you're watching, maybe I'm not talking about him directly or something, you want to know what he's doing, where he's at, let me know. If you got questions for me that you want answered, let me know. If you got questions for the drivers that you want answered, I can try to get you an answer there. I'll try to do what I can. As the 9 dropping down now to the pits. Mike Jamison there. So unfortunate for these guys as they're needing to pit now. We'll have to keep an eye out as some of this pit could really turn into a game changer, honestly, because we have a competition coming here in the next 10, 15 laps, I believe. So if some of these guys are able, like David Saban there in the 58 machine and Garrett Wilburn behind him, they have both pit 2 and 3 times, and Garrett Wilburn making a run here. We'll keep an eye out on him now. As like I said, he has more pits on him right now, so he might be able to make this run until the competition yellow, and that would really, really help the likes of Garrett Wilburn there. And then CC Simsport back in 5th also has a couple pits. And Miguel, look at that. Speedy Gonzalez right on the bumper of CC. I say something about him and he says, hey, no, don't take me out of this game yet. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Looks like he is struggling as the 6 machine there. Now a lap down, but on fresh tires, just soaring by them. So we'll have to keep an eye out as Miguel Zapita moving up the track in the turn, so he is nursing some tires. And it looks like Garrett had to go into the pits there. He did. He filed into the pits, so that the late pit he made, not late enough. Now we'll keep an eye out. Mike Jamison rolling in for some pits. And look who's back up to the lead. King Dingus. That's right, King Dingus there. Roy Crocker in front of him right now. Still a lap down at this point just due to the cycling of pits. But gotta love when King Dingus makes his way up to the front. God bless you, King Dingus. CC Simsport and Miguel Zapita, that's the top 3 as you got it. So you got King Dingus, Carl Schaaf there, CC, and Miguel Zapita. Speedy Gonzalez. Andale arriba. Howdy. Watching old King Dingus sling this car around the track. Hadn't there been a king in Cup before? There has. But not Dingus. Not this king. Let's go, Dingus. Let's go, Dingus. Matt Clark wants Dingus to take this one. I want to interview King Dingus. He was the major the first week, and now he's the king. So we'll have to keep an eye out. Watching him go around, I want to see if he is going to drop it to the pits here. We'll pull it back up to the blimp, though, and see, because right behind him, we got some action going on with these fresh tires. Mike Jamison. Making his way around those guys, as well as the 58 of David Sabin. So we got some guys on cold tires again. We'll have to keep an eye out, see if any issues arise because of that. But I wonder if some of these guys... Oh, no! King Dingus going to the top side there. Actually, it looks like he was just letting those guys get their lap back, not cause any issues. Just let him get by there. And then he'll work on the rest of these guys. Because those guys had fresh tires. They're under that recent pit stop. But King Dingus there still out in front. Miguel Zapita is your second place runner, as they are right now. And old Speedy Gonzalez had to work his way through some obstacles today, but he is up to second. And this competition yellow might be in the favor here of Miguel Zapita. We're going to keep an eye out and see if King Dingus can stick her out there. Does he have the interval in him? Has he got the fuel? Does he have the tires? Give him that which he desires. Kyle's all thrown off. He said, what is happening? How is King Dingus in the lead? Do you see what happens when you leave? What happens, Kyle? You can't go on vacation anymore, man. You can't do it. King Dingus out in the lead. Speedy Gonzalez in second. And Dave Hunt there in third right now, as they will cycle through this competition yellow here in just a few laps, I believe. That just makes me chuckle. I think that's the funniest thing in the world that Kyle comes back. What is happening? King Dingus is in front here. Miguel Zapita catching up here, as Speedy Gonzalez is on the prowl. We got three wide here. We'll see who this is. Looks to be the 11 of George Oliver, the 53 of Dave Hunt, and the 77 of Chuck Knapp there. Let's go, Dingus. Miguel Zapita getting his way around. King Dingus there. So Speedy Gonzalez from the bottom to the top, as he is now your leader here at lap 74 of 163. Kyle, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the end of lap 78 is going to bring out that competition yellow. So Miguel Zapita going to hold on to it as long as he possibly can. See if he can make it. Let's go, Dingus. He's running a nice, clean run up here. Wendell Lowe says, holy moly, fuel saving mode is on now. He might be kicking that car off and on through the turns. You never know. Miguel Zapita, King Dingus, Dave Hunt. Your top three right now. Chuck Nabb there in fourth. Fifth, Roy Crocker making his way back up there. Lap 77, 163. Like I said, I do believe that at the end of 78, these guys will take their competition yellow as Dave Hunt falling off there, looking to save fuel, tires, something, make it to this yellow flag and not dump it, as he's getting cars flying by him right now like he is parked. And that is not normal for the likes of Dave Hunt here. Todd Liston there trying to hold off CC Simsport. Lap 79 of 163. I must have been a little off. He said he wrecked and then pulled a dingus. That's some good stuff right there. Roy Crocker trying to reel in King Dingus as king. His tires are like jesters right now. Now Todd Liston getting around him. He is trying to hold on hard. 82 is the competition, so we got a couple more laps here. Now CC getting around King. Oh man, the King is falling off here. My goodness, you see the lead Miguel Zapita currently has is about half of a track, it seems like. Can't even see anybody in sight, in front or behind. Makes you feel like a lapped car all the way in the back. But that's not the case for Miguel Zapita, as he is up front here, as he is looking to take his 41 machine to a back-to-back podium. He's got to keep it out here for one more lap here. His lap 82 of 163. After this one, we have a competition yellow. So Miguel Zapita taking it from the back to the front. Up at this halfway point. He will, as long as he doesn't smack the wall, have any issues there in this final lap of the first half of the race. He will be the leader, bringing us to this competition yellow here. So a great run there by Miguel Zapita to put it up there as we are under yellow, competition yellow halfway through. Whoo! Man, oh man, it was an exciting half of that race there. What do you got to say about it? What do you think? We have had fun so far. And there's still plenty of fun to be had. That 41 machine of Miguel Zapita will be jumping into the pits, no doubt about it, as will just about everybody else. So, you know what? As they cycle through some pits and everything like that, I'm going to give you just one commercial, I promise. iRacing iFlag, iRacing Pit Box. Check them out. Fantastic products over there at iRacingIFlag.com. I noticed the likes of Rooster Rod and a couple other guys, they got that on their car. And I'll tell you what, a big supporter of CWTV, Checkers and Wreckers, everybody, all of us over here at BWSports1.com is also Butt Kicker. And I cannot say enough about what they got going on over there and just what it is their product does completely is going to immerse yourself in there. You can feel the rumble of the engine. It is just an absolutely phenomenal experience. Hook a Butt Kicker Gamer 2 up to your rig and have some fun with it. So right now, if you are watching, I want to know, do you have an iRacing iFlag or Pit Box, and do you have a Butt Kicker? What do you think of them? And also, guys, we got a store up on the website now as well. We are partnered with Above Printing Concepts here in Indianapolis. They are working with us to get merchandise out to you guys. So if you want a BW Sports 1 t-shirt, maybe a Checkers and Wreckers t-shirt, CWTV, whatever it is you want, let us know. And we'll get with them, get you guys taken care of. As the store is new. So if you don't see something on there you like, and maybe you want to customize something, you want something built for you, let us know. We'll see what we can do. As our partner Above Printing Concepts does a fantastic job at working with us there as well to make sure, hey, at the end of the day, you guys are who we do it for. We'll go back green, lap 87 and 163. Right now, Miguel Zapita will just keep the patience under that foot for this final pace lap under the competition yellow. Roy Crocker back up to second. Todd Liston third. Mike Jamison fourth. Rick Helms currently in fifth. David Sabin there in sixth. Garrett Wilburn seventh. Carl Schaaf in eighth. Dave Hunt ninth. Chuck Naub in 10th. George Oliver 11th. King Dingus back to 12th after that. Josh Wong falls back to 13th. Kyle Mayer in 14th. 15th. Tanner Thus. Those are the guys on the track right now, throwing it down and getting it done. We are over halfway here. Has anybody changed their idea of who wins? Maybe you didn't tell me before who you think would win, and now you feel confident putting it in that comment section. Well, let me know. Actually, no, Miguel Zapita took that stage. Miguel Speedy Gonzalez. Ooh, it went one. The lights turned off. They turned back on. We got one more to go here under. Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez got that one. As King Dingus had to nurse some tires, it looked like he was just falling off a little. Miguel Zapita, one of the nicest guys you could chat with, as I nicknamed him, old Speedy Gonzalez last week. He said something to me. He's like, Speedy Gonzalez, I got a new nickname. I was like, oh, man, I hope you are, man. He's like, no, I like it. I was like, sweet, good deal. Stage 1 highlights, we had 10 cautions in 10 laps. No, I'm joking. It wasn't that bad. The first 10 laps were a little chaotic, though. Outside of that, Matt and Clark, we had some solid driving there. Unfortunately, it did kind of span out a little there. So some single file after some long green flag, but it's been fun, and these guys are back at it. Green flag racing. Miguel Zepeda there on the bottom in that 41 machine, and Roy Crocker up in the 6 above him, riding that top line. Uh-oh. We got, where is it at? I thought these guys were moving and shaking in the back, but they're not. They held on to it. And Roy Crocker takes the lead there. Roy Crocker. Miguel Zepeda falling back a little. See if he can pull it back in as Todd Liston up to second now. Takes a couple laps, a few to get going. Sometimes you get excited come that first green flag drop. You hit that pedal and you realize, oh, I hit too much pedal. Those tires are spinning. I'm all around. We'll look back here at Miguel Zepeda as the rest of the field is trying to hunt down Miguel Zepeda. So not sure exactly what's going on now, as he was just floating before. And now it seems like Miguel Zepeda starting to fall off, and the rest of the pack munching his car up for lunch, for a snack actually. It ain't lunch. As the 75 going to go down below him. Rick Helms there below Miguel Zepeda. Going to get this one with ease, it looks like, in the 37 now. Mike Jamison going to make his run for it. Like I said, not sure what is going on here, but Miguel Zepeda falling back here as Garrett Wilburn now on the bumper. He is going to make a move. He's going to go above him, going to go under him, going to go above him. Garrett's looking to, he looks like he wants to make a pass on the outside. Everybody else going around Miguel on the low end. So we'll watch here to see if Garrett can reel him in, or if Miguel has found his spot in this field for a second where he can reel or run in here and just run single file with his pack for a little bit and kind of get his car back under him. We got David Saban, I believe that is, in that 58, yes, on the low end, trying to make a move on CC Simsport there. Carl Schaaf. As it looks, he is going to make that a clear and clean pass. Puts the bumper out in front of him, and that spot is all his now. We're doing a King Dingus check-in, making sure the King is all right still. He is. Popping back to Josh Wong now, as he's running up there. And Miguel Zepeda in 5th place now. It seems like he has found the spot where his car is comfortable running, and he is back at it now. Kyle, that's the nerves being in a great league like NSRL. I've been there before on a dirt. You hop in there, you feel really good. You're fast. He was up front even. But maybe nerves got to him. He hit that gas a little harder than he needed to, and he realized right then, whoopsie. The 37 of Mike Jamison holding off Rick Helms for the moment. See how long he can hold him off, though, as Rick Helms looks to have a quick car there in 4th. Rick Helms trying to get to the back of that 37 machine again. Go back to CC Sim Sport, see if there's any action there. Check in with King. And right now, the top nine are on the lead lap. As Roy Crocker, he is back out front. Todd Liston there in second. We are under yellow flag now. Try to get an idea of where this one came from. As it looks to be the 77 as we see him riding down low there. We'll take a look at your checkers and wreckers instant replay. That's right, the checkers and wreckers instant replay brought to you by the boys over at Checkers and Wreckers. Reminding you, we go live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget the boys over at Black and White Sports tonight, though, as they go live 7:30. Whoops. Come back to you here. We're watching old Chuck here. Maybe riding on some old tires, but comes out of that turn and whoop. Just couldn't hold on to it. And then boom. Keeping it on the ground, though, not flipping her. And that will probably retire his day there. Because right now, Dave Hunt listed as your leader. Roy Crocker in second. Todd Liston third. Mike Jameson fourth. Carl Schaaf. CC Simsport, he's there in fifth. David Saban sixth. Rick Helms in seventh. Eighth. Miguel Zapita ninth. Garrett Wilburn in 10th. George Oliver, he is on the lead lap now. King Dingus 11th, a lap down. Josh Wong a lap down in 12th. 3 laps down in 13th. Kyle Meyer in 14th, still 3 laps down. Chuck now there. Tanner Thos 6 laps down in 15th right now. Your other guys had a hard start there up front. An unfortunate race there for the guys getting caught up in that first 10 laps of excitement. Wendell, I have done that before myself, and you feel just absolutely great after you do something like that. Just like, oh, man. That's what I have told myself. I'm just not going to look up at that mirror anymore because it seems like I'm not nearly as good as a driver like you guys are, but it seems like anytime I look up at that mirror, it just gets me in trouble. And I do a lot of road course racing myself, and I try to look in the mirror to see where the leader is and give them the track, and it seems like I put myself in their spot then. I don't know how. I get off the racing line, they get off of it. If I'm off the racing line and they're off the racing line, and if I go onto it, they're on it. It blows me away. I try to hold my line, and then they get mad at that. And I don't know what to do. He says it was a head slap for sure. Yeah, I've been there, man. Trust me. Yeah, you're here on a Wednesday, though. That means you're a decent driver. You know what you're doing. As you have made it to the cup side of things at the NSRL. They don't just let anybody in here. You got to drive good. You got to prove yourself here, and these guys have. They proved themselves on Tuesdays in that K&N series, and now they have been brought up to the big leagues here. The NSRL throwing it down hardcore for us today. We'll take another look at the point standing here. So here you have the point standing for the guys Let's get that all in there for you. The point standing for these guys here at the NSRL as they run at the end of last week. So again, the update on Ryan Newman, Rouse Fenway, and Chris was nice enough to share that with us as well. They have released the photo, and Ryan Newman has his daughters in hand. He has given them the big hug, and it makes me choked up as a father, man. Lap 103 of 163. These guys are back underway. Roy Crocker there firing off. He has done a fantastic job today, as this race has been the Roy Crocker 500. That's for sure. But right now, Todd Liston trying to change that name as he is throwing it low, as I thought he was going to make a run on him. But Roy Crocker saying, no, no way, no how. Sorry about that. I'm reading the comments. I got the points pulled up. Sorry. Sorry there about the points. Just making sure you really knew who was up front there. Roy Crocker up front right now. Todd Liston back in second. Mike Jamison third. Rick Helms in fourth. And then I got to laughing at the comments there. He said I pulled a Kyle Westwood. They love to give the owner of the league just some good old fun. Oh, no, somebody going sideways there in the back. That is George Oliver. Can he control it? Can he get it back underway here? I think he will. He may do the old toe there. But we stay under green as he keeps it under the line and keeps it just by himself. Sorry about that, Wendell. Like I said, I just wanted to really make sure everybody knew who was up front. Right now, Roy Crocker throwing it down there. There's, you see Oliver able to get it off the track there. There's times there, Wendell. I'll space I amaze myself at times. Not in a good way, though. I love the chat, though, with you guys. So please feel free to keep chatting with me. Let's have some fun here, as we still got 50-some laps here to go. Let's chat. Let's have a good time here today. Roy Crocker way up front here. He's got about a half-second lead on Todd Liston. Rick Helms trying to make something work here on the 37 of Mike Jamison. And we'll watch these guys as they come around here. We got a little three-wide action coming out of that turn. David Sabin, CC Simsport, and the 4 of Tanner Thues. Rooster end up feeling the tire package. He's got the iRacing I flag. He doesn't have the iRacing pit box that shows him the tire wear. He says the dang track. I like that. That's good. This has been a difficult one. We got guys saying it'd be a lot easier if it was at night. But hey, Kyle doesn't run an easy series. He runs a good one, guys. You guys are the top of the cream of the crop here. The NSRL has put on a show. I have been just absolutely fascinated and just pleased that they brought me on CWTV to host these races here. They are racers, they are drivers, they are wheelman, however you like to put it. They know how to sling this darn car around this darn track. I won't put it like Justin did. Or Rooster. But you guys know how to do it. Roy Crocker out there looking like Dale Earnhardt at this place. Just slinging it around there, getting it done. I should say Bill Elliott. Because I think that was an Atlanta guy, right? Matt Clark throwing it out there at Rooster. We got some guys going at it in the comment section. I love it. I love it. Gotta love when bare knuckle boxing comes into the racing. And now Kyle's saying, yep, let it go. 113 of 163. Roy Crocker still out in front. Miguel Zepeda in fifth there. Behind him, Garrett Wilburn, David Saban, and Carl Nope, that's Josh Wong there. Throwing it in and battling it out there. And it looks as though they're catching Miguel Zepeda just by a hair there. Dave Hunt is the car on the low end there behind Miguel Zepeda. Garrett Wilburn up on the top side there. And then Josh Wong one lap behind there back in the 9. We got a test taker in the group, Rooster Rodden. A test taker. He's good in testing. Excuse me there. He's good in testing. And then you put him out on the track and Michael Massey giving a shout out. He runs some cup racing, so that's a good thing when you're getting a shout out from another cup driver and cup owner. Is the number 7 of Garrett Wilburn making it around. Miguel Zepeda in that 41 car. Miguel Zepeda, since this restart here, has just fallen back slowly. Unfortunate turn here for Miguel. We'll keep an eye out on Speedy, as he has shown us the speed. We know he can do it. Maybe he just needs to crank up something. Make a small adjustment on what will probably be the final pit stop when they do. Barring no more cautions, that is. But definitely going to be interesting to see how the final pit stop of this race will affect everybody here, and see if we do get another caution and bunch this field up, what that does as well. As these 6 cars right here on the screen battling it out and having a good old time. Kyle just warning everybody right now, hey, I just want you to know Bristol ain't gonna be much better than this. The track is gonna get you. check back in up front with Roy Crocker and Mike Jamison, as it doesn't look like we got much change there. We'll go back to this battle here, as these guys are showing us a good time. David Saban, Garrett Wilburn, Miguel Zapita. The three we're watching right now, 5th, 6th, and 7th. The racing has been fantastic, sir. I don't think you could get much better racing than what you guys are putting on here for me. At CWTV, it makes it easy to call, that's for sure. CC Sim Sport trying to work that low end of Dave Hunt in that 53 machine, trying to make it work on the top. That is CC Sim Sport. And I want to say it's like his numbers are whited out. So it kind of, let's pull it in here. I'll give you a look. Well, that doesn't really do much when it's just covered. But I thought I could see like the numbers on the side there. Maybe not. I thought he was doing like a white on white. Everybody. Oh, Carl. Big shout out though to CC Simsport. If you saw the video here that was played up front, that was the that was made by Carl there. He did the introduction video to the NSRL intro. That was a really good video there, so shout out to Carl for getting that done for the guys here and sending that to me so I can get it on the broadcast, but we'll just say it from now on. Oh, Carl. No, Carl. I've done it before. At least he doesn't have the lines on it. I've done that before. There's Dave Hunt trying to make a pass on CC Simsport on the top side here. Dave Hunt has been a high side hustler today as he has run that top line. He seems very comfortable there. Now I got to ask all you lovely folks out here in the NSRL land, who wants to come help me install a water heater? It's a big boy. It's an 80-gallon. I'm not looking forward to it. Absolutely, yeah, it looks really neat there. Just the realism, the graphics, everything like that. iRacing's really nailing that out. And I don't know if you guys saw or not, but iRacing released a update on the K&N damage package. So kind of new things coming out there. Damn it, Carl. Is that a common thing you guys say there? I like Carl. Carl's a good guy. Like I said, another shout out to him real quick for getting that intro video put together for you guys and doing that there. Well, it just looks like that on this 3-car because it's all white. So if we look at the, let's take a look at the leader, the front of his car. It don't look that bad. Now, granted, that's some different colors and stuff like that, so it hides it a little better. And then you see it on Mike Jamison's just a little as well. So as long as it's not a white front, it's not as bad. And you can still see it there. So really cool thing what iRacing's doing. And I'm not 100% certain, but I do believe Carl has seen the infield as well. So Mike Jamison now making a move on Roy Crocker. Mike Jamison's car is coming in towards the end of this race, and that's what you needed to do. He makes it clear of Roy Crocker now. Roy Crocker in a seat that he has not been in pretty much all day, and that is second place. What a move there by Mike Jamison. Like I said, it just seems like this car is firing at all cylinders right now. Not that that 6 car is falling off at all, but Mike Jamison's car is really coming into its own now. We'll have to see, as they will have to make that final pit stop, what exactly that will do to everybody here. But my, oh my, the lead changes at lap 129 here with Mike Jamison taking over. Roy Crocker, Todd there, now going to try to do what he can to reel in Roy. Rick Helms falling off a little bit there. So we'll watch Mike Jamison now and see if Roy can reel him in at all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining in today at CWTV. This is a heck of a run here as we got the boys over at the NSRL running here live from Atlanta. And Kyle, we'll have to get a hold of each other if you're available Sundays. We'd like to chat with you on the show, the Checkers and Wreckers, as you guys are putting on just a fantastic league here. This is some solid racing. You couldn't ask for anything better. We're giving some people at home some good, well, you don't get racing on Wednesday afternoon like this. You don't. So you got to appreciate iRacing. I don't care if you like it or not. It's a game. It's a sim. You got to love what these guys are doing out here. They're throwing it out there for your entertainment and for them to have a little fun too. But still, big shout out to them as these guys are throwing it out, getting it done. Rick Helms stays out. Interesting strategy there, as I believe Garrett Wilburn does too. So we'll keep an eye out on these guys as a couple of these guys stay out as everybody else is cycling through some pit stops here. Have to see if this works out for the 7 and 75 there. Rick Helms in the 75 up in the lead, and the 7 of Garrett Wilburn in second currently. We're going to have to, maybe they just got filed out, hung out to dry, not able to knock it down into the pits. There's the 7 of Garrett Wilburn going to stay out for another one here. See if he can make it work. So an interesting gamble here, if you will. But it may have paid off as we are now under the yellow flag. Goodness gracious. Rick Helms comes out. We're going to have to go back and see exactly what happened here. We will take a look at the old Checkers and Wreckers. Instant replay. I didn't think I was going to get that out there. Oh, goodness gracious. Check out there and see exactly what it was that happened. What went wrong? What brought out that yellow flag? Not exactly certain. Still trying to find it here, see what it was that exactly went down. Not sure what brought out that yellow here. So I do apologize. I do not see exactly what brought that yellow out there. So I'll bring you back to the Oh, your hood covering your windscreen. Did you see Stenhouse Jr. drive that bad boy into the pits? So that was Roy, apparently. Oh, wow, I didn't even notice. He did. He fell back there. So we'll take a quick look. We'll see what happened. Thank you. Well, there it is. Oh, no. It's the exit out of pits. The tires got him. The track came up and just grabbed him. As do you see? Oh, right there. It's a little patch of ice on the track. I don't know how that got there. But it got him. Ooh. It barked it right there at the end. Like I said, unfortunate. That patch of ice just gets you coming out of the pits every time there. Thank you, Wendell. Oh, you never like to see that. Lap 136 of 163. You guys are throwing it out there, doing a great job. There's the Black Rifle 37 car, Mike Jamison. Behind him, Rick Helms there in that black arch. Kyle says Roy pulled to me. Unfortunate for Roy, as he was a fast runner all day. So there's CC. Well, CC Sim Sport there, Dave Hunt. The King, King Dingus. Todd Liston. David Saban. Speedy Gonzalez, andale arriba, and Roy Crocker. That is your lead lap drivers right now. As they work to catch up to the pack. Tanner Folds coming back. He says, uh-oh. Look at this, fellas. It's almost slider time. Self-spinning wheel. I've got one of those. Every time I turn my computer on, it just starts spinning. My son looks at it and says, oh, it's driving itself. It's driving itself. He's 3. And then I'm 31, and I look at it and I go, oh, it's driving itself. It's driving itself. Very easily entertained here. Again, a big shout out to everybody hanging on and watching this with us on CWTV. The green flag is back in the air. Rick Helms on the top side. Mike Jamison on the bottom. CC Simsport there. Carl Schaaf in third. And the King is back up to fourth. Oh, no. Rick Helms flying off the track there. Does he keep it all to himself? Hopefully he didn't go sharing that one. Rick Helms is getting thrown off there. King Dingus now in second. Dave Hunt there in third. And Garrett Wilburn. Roy Crocker battling out for fourth and fifth there. Oh, no. No, Dave Hunt gets turned there. Garrett Wilburn. And they go sideways, and that will bring out the yellow flag. And I'm going to pause it right here so we don't get too far behind. And we'll take a look at that instant replay. I won't even bring up the instant replay screen. We'll just do it from here. Unfortunate turn of events here. Get a little closer to the action because we're following Garrett. He's up on that wall. Dave just comes up a little to him. And then unfortunate for Todd as he's been fast. He gets the side of that car. And Miguel Zepeda, Speedy just getting it right up on top, just barely. So we're going to come down. We got 24 laps of action still to go. And it's going to be a fast 24 laps. Kyle, you're out there. You usually race in this. We got a dirt driver, so used to smaller, shorter races here. He has mentioned a few times his legs be numb at this point. Do you guys work through that? How do you How do you do that? You know, give these guys a little info in the comments. Are you numb by now? You know what you need, Tanner? I'll tell you. It keeps the circulation going. It keeps the movement going when you're sitting down. Is a butt kicker game or two. Check them out, dude. I'm not lying. It's a fantastic piece for your rig. You completely immerse yourself in it. Feel the rumble. Feel what you've been missing there. And like I said, on top of that, it does kind of help with a little numb bum. You get the movement of the shaking, the bacon, however you want to say it. You're sizzling. That's what it's like, man. It is. Let's go, Dingus. Let's go, Dingus. Let's go, Dingus. It doesn't really work when you guys can't chant with me. He says it'll kill your right leg. So there you go. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. And good little insight there. So, I mean, these guys are the top, the cream of the crop, however you want to say it. Solid guys here. Do you guys have anybody in the that runs the Pro Series, Kyle? I could imagine you do. I'm sure you do, don't you, Kyle? And I promise I'm going to run a Tuesday run with you guys. But like I said, I had an 80-gallon water heater go out. And the past couple days have been a little hectic, to say the least. Take a look, see if those lights are off. They're still blinking, so we still got at least 2 to go here. Take a look behind Mr. Mike Jamison. Is that 37 machine is gonna do what he can to get it going there? Look at Brad. He's saying, "Let's go, Dingus! Let's go, Dingus!" That is good. There's no doubt in my mind that those two could, Kyle. Yeah, I would give you that. Thanos, he'd just snap his finger, and he would be up there. Unfortunate turn for him today. Who else is out there cheering on that car we're looking at right now? Who else wants King Dingus? I want to talk to King Dingus, so at least please get a podium, sir. Do this for Tommy. And do it for the fans out here at CWTV. You got a lot of guys cheering you on, King Dingus. Like I said, you were the major before, and now you are the king. Let's go, Dingus. Woo, sorry, I'm trying not to clap right into the mic there. I try to be conscious of that and try to be conscious of it because I got the sniffles too, and I'm not just doing a big old snort into the microphone there as well. So if I have done that, I do apologize. Kyle definitely could not run pro. I feel like I'm going to enjoy tag teaming in on the S-Talking when I get to know these guys a little better. What a great group of guys, though, here at the NSRL. Check them out if you want a solid place to run. First, you got to show them that you can run, though, in Tuesdays, the K&N series, as they run that K&N series as a feeder to this one here. And there it is. Mike Jamison takes the green flag at lap 144 of 163. David Saban behind him. Oh, come on, King. Come on, King Dingus. Get up there. Get back up there. No! I thought he was going to lose it there. Roy Crocker making a battle up to the front again. Excuse me, as he goes by David Saban there. As they come into the backstretch, you see them lining up there. Lap 145 and 163. Who's fast, Pasta? I'll try to get an idea for you. Mike Jamison, Roy Crocker, David Saban, and CC Simsport back there. King Dingus back to 5th now. We got Speedy Gonzalez in 6th. Hey, it ain't over yet. King Dingus can make a run for it still. As we're watching Roy Crocker slowly reel in Mike Jamison. Kicks that into turbo, it looked like, in that turn, as he caught a couple tenths on him. See if Miguel is catching up there. We got Josh Wong trying to make a lap back here. Make it back, and then another yellow. He could be back into the game. Head back up front to the battle between Roy Crocker and Mike Jamison here. Absolutely. And then he said it's worked. It worked. So I stuck with it. I felt bad. I thought he was going to be mad about it. But hey, apparently he likes it. So we're good. Hopefully he's not telling you guys otherwise. The number 6 now of Roy Crocker. Just, it looks like he is just patiently waiting to make a move here. You don't want to do it too early and leave yourself out to be the guy that gets hunted down. And at the end, Miguel fell off on a restart as it looked like his car just has the speed today in that spot where he's at, that 5th, 6th place. Now everybody's cheering on Dingus now. Come on, King Dingus. Push it, baby. Push it real good. Mike Jamison looks to be gapping a little as he has pulled a bit farther ahead now of Roy Crocker, so we'll have to keep an eye out. It looks like Roy is able to pull him in through 1 and 2 and then loses him a little down that backstretch and then 3 and 4, so keep an eye out. So you lose him in between 3 and 4. He gets a couple tenths in 1 and 2, loses a couple tenths in 3 and 4 there. And right now we're going to do a quick King Dingus check. Come on, King, get him! As he is trying to reel in CC Simsport there, Carl Schaaf. We'll go back up to the front here as we don't want to miss too much as we're cheering on the King. But, man, he's got fans in the comment section now. People want to see him on the podium. They want to talk to King Dingus today. Right now, Mike Jamison and Roy Crocker showing us who the fastest on the track are, though. The 58 of David Saban there. Just running a clean race all day. And he's kept it right there. We got a little weather in the area here, so we'll have to keep an eye out as some sprinkles may start to fall and could end this a little early. So drivers, if you are listening, if you're watching, watch out for some rain there, as this one could end just a hair early today. We hope not. As Roy Crocker now is going to try to make anything he can as King Dingus is back up to 4th as he gets around CC Simsport. We're going to do a quick King Dingus check. How close is he now? He is a second behind David Saban there. So we're going to keep an eye out on this flag as the officials could be dropping it at any point to signal the end. As rain is in the area, but yet to fall here at the track. So for right now, we are going to stick under green and hopefully get out all 163 laps here. One more spot, and we're going to talk to King Dingus. Can he make it? King Dingus has a good 1.3 second interval there before he is able to hop up into the podium spot of 3rd. But man, oh man, he's put on a show today for the crowd here at CWTV. Lap 158 of 163. Mike Jamison still your leader as he is gapping Roy Crocker there. So Roy Crocker had a car for the first 3 quarters of the race, but the last quarter of it has been Mike Jamison here, because that's all you need. You just gotta lead one lap, and that's the last one. But Mike Jamison has really put it into play and really put this car on rails for this last quarter of the race here. Lap 159 now of 163. We are still under green, 5 laps to go. I'm hoping the rain is going to stay off and we are going to get a whole race in here. You'd hate to see it end this close. We'll go up to the blimp just real quick, make sure we're not missing any action here for a final spot or anything like that before we give all the attention to the leaders here. As Garrett Wilburn and Miguel Zapita are going to battle it out. We got a final lap here, so it's going to end just a couple laps early, unfortunately. But hey, they're going to battle it out here for the win. As we do have rain falling. The yellow's not out, but they do go ahead and throw. And your winner today, Mike Jamison, is going to put this one into victory lane. That's right, Mike Jamison gets it done today. Puts this one into victory lane. Roy Crocker there behind him. David Saban in 3rd. So the King just misses it by 1. Unfortunate turn of events for the King. He misses the podium by 1 spot there, but what a run there by King Dingus in 4th. Carl Schaaf, CC Simsport, ends up 5th. Miguel Zapita in 6th. Garrett Wilburn 7th. Todd Liston in 8th. Josh Wong 9th. Rick Helms there in 10th. Tanner Thus in 11th. Dave Hunt 12th. 13th, Kyle Meyer. 14th, Chuck Knob. 15th, George Oliver. David Sartwell in 16th. 17th, Rooster Rodden. 18th, Justin Guthrie. 19th, the Fox, Joshua Bonkowski. And 20th, Wendell Lolo. Finishing Lolo in 20th there. But hey, it happens. We are going to head over to the boys over with the Night Series Race League, and we're going to chat with the guys on the podium now, as we will see if we can get a hold of some of these fellas as I slowly make my way over there. Hello, everybody. Another fantastic race here. Does everybody have a copy here?
Yes.
Yep.
Garrett,
Yes, sir.
Garrett Wilburn, what a run there. You were sticking there, it seemed like, in that 5th place, but you're able to pull it up, and you had a fast car all day. Why don't you explain pulling through on the last few laps there?
I pretty much was just trying to stay calm and not throw it into the wall because I'd been hit so many times. But a lot of the wrecks were partially my fault, kind of like learning this track. But other than that, it was a really fun race, and I was getting a couple good runs in, but I didn't want to like hit anyone or anything like that. I did a couple times, but but thankfully I didn't really ruin a race or anything like that.
So we had some guys talking. This track seemed to be a little tough to get a handle on. These cars seem to be a little handful there with the temperatures and everything on the track. So was it a little slicker out there than you guys really thought it would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally believe that was gonna be, it was gonna be a little bit like a little bit more slippery, but that's only because when I first started practicing, I was just sliding all over the place. But that probably was a bad entry of some sort.
So well, there you go, sir. And just a fantastic finish there, a fantastic race. So who do you got to thank for getting it done?
Let's see. Well, I gotta. Sorry, my bad. I didn't even hear you right there.
No, you're fine.
You're talking about who do I have to thank?
Yep.
That's all right. Yeah, dude, I gotta thank FSM Motorsports pretty much for helping me out and sponsoring me with a fun little button box.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So big shout out to them and getting it done. And we'll see you, I'm sure, going through next week as well. Then
All right, for sure. Thank you.
you got that. We'll pull up the points here. You give you guys a look at the leader points. Now, this is not after today's race. This is after last week, but give you guys an idea of what is going on here. In the second place finisher here, it's all kind of switched on me. Who got second there? That was
Be Roy
Crocker.
Crocker.
That's right. Yep. So Roy, do you have a copy, sir?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
You had a fantastic car all day. You were throwing it up there, and then here at the end, it seemed to just not have the performance it did the first 3 quarters of that race. Kind of go through that.
Well, put that down to my stupidity coming off pit row. Spun the tires, kind of spun out, got a little damage, and sent me back a lap. And finally got back on a lead lap, got the damage fixed, but it just wasn't driving this.
So it was after that spin out there on the cold tires that caused the damage there, and you just couldn't get the speed up after that, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty quick, but it wasn't nothing for Mike.
It seemed like you were one of those few cars. You and Mike really had the control there, and you were able to really just keep that grip to the track. What was it about that downforce on your car that seemed to be there against everybody else's?
Well, we have a United Sim Racing League, and we have some really smart guys back at the shop, and they gave us all good cars. Josh was fast, Todd was fast, Carl was fast. Just things didn't work out for us.
Hey, sometimes that's the unfortunate aspect of racing, but hey, you got a good finish there. You kept it clean all day. Who you got to? Well, I should say almost all day. You who you got to thank for getting it done here today?
Well, of course, my teammates, Kyle for running this league, you for doing the broadcasting, and all of the guys that race here, man. You talking about some top competition. You win one of these, you've done something.
You got that right. That is very, very true. And like I said, you guys got a few guys here that could be running in the pro league there. So congrats to you, sir, and big thanks for what you did there and putting on a show for us here.
Appreciate it, buddy. You have a good one.
Absolutely, thank you. And you know what? I think I skipped David. You were our third place winner, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going to chat with you there because it pulled up Garrett on the board here. But we talked to Garrett. We had a little fun with him. Now we'll talk to our real third place finisher here, and David Saban. You were another guy that you were kind of battling it out there with Garrett through that whole time there back in like 5th and 6th, and then you make a run here at the end. So kind of run us through that there.
Well, at the beginning of the race, I was caught up in that turn 2 thing. When the guys went sideways, I kind of T-boned. I forget who it was. So I figured my race was done. I went into the pits. There was only like 20 seconds of damage, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And I was just kind of scared to drive it in too hard because I figured there wasn't enough front downforce on it, and it felt kind of tight. But I didn't know if it was just because of the draft or maybe the car being messed up. But
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's the last run before that real long run we did. The car just started hooking up really good, and it just felt like it was on rails. So I just pounded through it really hard.
And I know exactly what you mean when you say you don't want to push it too hard into those turns. I've been in those races where it seems like every turn you're making, it's like, man, I could go a little harder, but if I do, I'm gonna throw this thing into 360 land. So man, good patience there to hold it off, because like I said, I mean, we're all racers. We want to hit that gas pedal, and you had the patience, and that's what brought you onto the podium today, man. So who you got to thank for getting it done?
Well, my buddy Tanner Thues, he kind of helped me out with the line and everything. So yeah, that'd be about it there.
Very nice.
And these guys here for letting me run with them.
Very good league to run with, and hopefully we'll see you back here now that you've thrown it up here on a podium and gonna make some run for some points now.
Oh yeah, I hope I'm back.
So you got Tanner cheering you on there in the. He says, "Hell yeah, David Allen." Is it Sabin or Sabin?
Sabin.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much, sir. Now we're gonna talk to the winner. How are you?
I am fantastic.
So a fantastic run. You're feeling fantastic. Man, you can't get much better than that. Mike Jamison, you had a run for the ages here. And like I said, with the second place Roy, it seemed like his car started to fall off at the end. But yours, it seemed like, man, you just held it out there, and lap by lap, that car just kept getting better.
Yeah, before that last caution, I noticed I was a little faster than Roy in the long run, so I was trying to save a little tire. And on that restart, I knew he was behind me, so he'd be using up a little bit more tire than he probably was before. But I did get a little bit lucky that we ran out of time there, so I was kind of hoping we'd have a showdown for the last few laps, but I can't complain. I will definitely take it.
I don't know if you were watching your interval there at the end. I don't know if you can necessarily call that luck. Roy was saying his car was a little damaged. You were actually gapping him there at the end, so you were taking off with it. Man, just a fantastic performance here. And like I said, it really, patience shows that it really paid off today. You had were you involved? Maybe not involved, but were you back there with any of those accidents that you had to cycle through them at all, or were you ahead of all that?
No, I got lucky on the Rooster Rodden one. I kind of glitched right through him when he hit the wall there. So I mean, I'll definitely thank iRacing for that one.
Right.
So I definitely wouldn't be sitting here if that didn't happen.
Well, hey, however you get it, that's how it is. So you take it like you said. Who you got to thank for getting it done today, sir?
Oh, you just thank Kyle Westwood and everybody in the league. You know, I've been running with you guys for a few years now. Thank you guys, Checkers and Wreckers, for the broadcasts, and Todd Liston for the paint job, the new paint job this week, and gave me, I think, 10 extra horsepower. So definitely helped out.
Hey, a good paint job will go a long way there. So there you go. Check him out if you need that 10 extra horsepower. He's the guy to do it, apparently. So now I gotta talk to you here real quick. King Dingus, are you in the chat?
Yeah.
King Dingus is here. Man, you had 20 people rooting you on at the end of this race. Were the tires just falling off there?
Atlanta's not one of my better tracks, so I didn't really expect a whole lot.
Well, I hope you're not going to tell me Phoenix or Daytona is one of your better tracks.
Daytona actually is one of my better tracks. I just got, unlucky there.
I'm with you. I'm just
Phoenix, I got unlucky as well too, so I'm sad. But yeah, no, I was just holding on just to finish in this race, and then I came out with fourth.
I was going to say pulled it into fourth. It's not often I talk to the fourth place finisher, but you had a lot of guys cheering you on there in the comments. I was doing a little clap for you. Let's go, Dingus. So good run there today, guys. And another fantastic run. You guys are all just top tier here. Cream of the crop. I love watching you guys throw it out there each week here. And next week, do you know where we're at? Anybody? I know Kyle is not in here right now.
Yeah, so next week, the National K&N cars will be in New Hampshire, and the Cup cars will be at Bristol. So hopefully, if you guys want to join the league, we would love to see you guys for the National K&N cars at New Hampshire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he said there, that's the feeder league. So Tuesdays they go off, practice at 11, race at noon. Get in the Discord, though, guys. I can't tell you. These guys are throwing up practices. They're doing it right. You guys are doing NASCAR like it should be. Like that's what somebody else said. They're starting a series NASCAR like it should be. And it seems like iRacing really, I think NASCAR needs to take a look at some of these iRacing leagues and say, you know what, maybe we could learn something here. So you guys are doing a great job. So you said the K&N at New Hampshire, and we're going to take on the High Banks at Bristol here next Wednesday. I can't wait for that one. That'll be a fun one.
Yep. Should be great.
Well, thank you guys so much, and thanks everybody out there watching. Stuck in there with us today. You guys have a good one, and we'll be chatting here. Thank you guys over at NSRL.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You got it. So that is all we got today with I about said BS Paints. No, that's not it. That is all we had today with CWTV. The NSRL is what you just watched, like he said there. If you want to be part of the action, hop on in, join Tuesdays on that league, have some fun, get in with these guys. They are a great group of guys, and they know how to race. You've seen that. That is all we got today. Check us out tomorrow as we go live again. But, man, the NSRL puts on a show. Don't forget the boys over at Black and White Sports tonight at 7:30 as they go off from Royal Blue. If you are in the area, want some wings, want to grab a drink with the guys, hop on over there, have some fun with them. If not, at least hop on over and chat with them in the chat, just like you did here with me today. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. And I will see you later. Peace.